Dr. Stone, Season 4, Episode 6. Let's get into it. Start off the episode with Gen having some serious buyer's remorse and the whole double agent thing. Alright, and Stanley being oddly, calmly confident in his ability to take out their scientists, which, regardless of who their scientist actually is not a good thing. Cut to Stanley walking through the woods, alright, and got this weird headed chick. Her, alright, Luna, and I mean, you can already guess what she's here for. Got Stanley and his crew, alright, setting up high and far in a tree. So, 3 guesses as to what do you think he's gonna do. So, after Luna gets onto the ship, alright, she tries to find out who their scientist is, alright. She finds out who it is, but she doesn't follow through as of this moment, alright. And you can thank Bar Francois for that, alright, because Francois was like, yo, instead of being like mean and like interrogating her, how about we give her her heart's desire? What that is, we don't know, but I mean, they tried ice cream. So after the ice cream party, alright, Senku is stargazing and Luna walks up and is like, yo, what's up? And I'm trying to figure out how she couldn't figure out that it was Senku who was actually the genius. I don't. Regardless, alright. She says something that like struck a chord with Senku. It was like, oh, wait a minute. Is your scientist such and such? And everybody's like, how do you know that? And Senku's like, oh, so he's my science mentor. I guess we'll see how this plays out next episode. Dr. Stone, Season 4, Episode 7. Let's get into it. Start off the episode with 10-year-old Senku, alright, and his little friend Homeboy, alright. They are trying to launch a rocket into space, and it is not working. So what does he do? The only thing a 10-year-old can do. He reaches out to scientists, alright? So he is emailing scientists because he's looking at like some sort of research paper or whatever, but it's in English. He's 10 years old. He can't really translate it. Alright, so he reaches out, and along with a bunch of other scientists reaching out, Dr. Zeno, a 20-year-old Dr. Zeno, reaches out and tells Senku what he needs and also like the components and parts he needs. So what does he do? He goes to America to see his dad and to get the quote magic card, which is just his credit card. So then we kind of get a little montage, so to speak, of Senku and Zeno's life. All right, Senku is trying to launch that rocket. All right, and Zeno, he's working on some sort of project called Project Helium. It got rejected. I don't know if that's going to come back and bite us in the ass later on, but nonetheless, one day while at lunch, all right, Zeno is asked a question, what would you do if you were sent back to the Stone Age? And Zeno's like, I would make WMDs and become ruler. And he then was asked, well, what if there was another scientist? Then what? He said, with his whole chest, I would annihilate them, which is unsettling. Senku's dad announces that Senku is coming to see him. His son is coming, yay! And while he's all like excited, my son is coming, he then lets the name slip. Zeno's like, is that the same? It can't be. But it was. So then they meet IRL. All right, they have this weird unspoken thing. And then fast forward to the day before, the night before Stomageddon, that's what I'm going to call it, happens. All right. Now, Zeno and Senku both are investigating what is going on. Why are these birds turning to stone? All right, they're at some fancy smancy dinner. Zeno presents a petrified bird and it's like, yo, this is what we're dealing with. It's probably an enemy. It's probably a weapon. Stay conscious and you can survive it. Next thing you know, all right, oh, also Stanley's there because he's working security. Next thing you know, the green light happens and everybody gets turned to stone. All right, so now I'm thinking that Zeno and Senku both woke up at the same exact damn time. So now it'd be interesting to see what happens with their relationship. If I were Zeno, I would automatically assume the other scientist is Senku. But I guess we'll see what happens next week.